In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the Sword of Light or the Sword of Darkness. This is the darkness version of it, or you can turn it into a Sword of Light, which does a lightness thing, but you can only have one or the other since it's basically one sword. And I'm going to show you how to get it and how to change its forms in this video. So first of all, you have to collect the Stone-Sheathed sword first. Now, this is going to come from any of the 3 altars you find in this world. It doesn't matter what order, but I'm going to start from the easiest one. Now you'll be able to find this item in the Fog Rift Catacombs, which is located right over here on the map. To get here, you just have to cross the Alec Great Bridge. As you get to this side of Grace, you're just going to head northwest and you just follow this pathway and it will lead you right up until you get to the entrance. Now from the site of Grace here, you're just going to go ahead and follow with me. I have destroyed the enemies so that they're not here to bother us. We're going to go left as we start. When you get here, just be careful the big spiky thing dropping from hell above us, and then you can go ahead and run through. You'll see you'll get down to the section here where you see spikes again, and this time you'll see that you can actually take the pathway all the way up as well if you want to get an item above there. But essentially what we're going to do is drop down here and then immediately get into the section. Whoa, that was close. And then you're going to bait the spikes so that they fall, and then you're going to run across to the west to go through this entrance over here. This will lead you to an elevator that you'll take down to the next level. Now from the lift, you're going to go ahead and follow along with me again. Down the stairs here, we're going to get into a big long chamber that has a big spiky thing at the roof, so you have to be careful not to get hit with that. You're going to try get yourself into these pathways on the left, but don't get too stuck on the second one here because there is a hole in the ground as well. And then just keep running. Once you get up the stairs here, you can go up to the main platform and you're going to look at the spikes. You'll see there is a door in the side of it that we're going to use to reach an area, a room just above us. You will have to aggro it by standing near the edge here and then jumping into this little opening as it reaches the top here so that you can go ahead and access this chest hidden at the very top. And inside here is the Ash of War Blink Bolt. Now, after you pick up the Ash of War, you can go ahead and get another secret area by activating the lift like this. And then as soon as it comes back down, jump on top of it. And if you go across this side over here, there's actually another secret area that you can access that's just over here, which has a special sword that you can go ahead and pick up. This is the Stone-Sheathed sword. Now, in order to get to the next altar, you're going to have to go unlock a cookbook that is going to be located right over here. It's pretty easy to get. It's in the very beginning of the game. You can go to this location. There is a hut over here, and it has 3 shiny items inside it. One of those shiny items is going to have a cookbook for you with a recipe of a special pot that is going to allow you access to one of the altars to get the other version of the sword. To get to the second altar, you're going to have to start at this side of Grace. If you don't know how to get here, I do have a video linked in the description down below that brings you down to this area from the Shadowkeep. But we're going here to the east to these buildings things over here, this like abandoned, ruined building, castle thing. And you're going to go ahead and parkour onto this thing. So you're going to go from the back left over here. You'll see there is a broken wall that you can just run up. And you're just going to follow this path. And you're going to get to an angle where you can aim atop of this fire giant's head. And then you can go into item crafting. And you're going to go to throwing pots. And you're going to craft yourself the hefty furnace pot, which you will have learned from that cookbook recipe that you picked up earlier. If you have the ingredients, great, fantastic. Craft this thing and go into your inventory. And you're going to go ahead and use it while aiming at this thing. And essentially you're going to ignite it and light it up like that. Now it's a fightable monster, but you have to go ahead and go behind it. So behind it over here, you just run past. You don't have to defeat it or anything, so that's great. Then you're going to run through this doorway and you're going to head to the altar at the back right over here. And if this is the second altar that you're interacting with, this will turn the sword into the Sword of Darkness. So it will now be turned into the Sword of Darkness just like this. And that's the one that I showed you at the beginning of the video. It's going to have the stats of this. It's going to scale from faith, dexterity, and strength. And overall, it has a really cool, skill that kind of like damages with like dark mist that I think has a holy damage effect. I'm not entirely sure though. In order to turn this sword into the Sword of Light, you can start here from this side of Grace. I'm going to show you another video on how to get to this exact location if you don't know how to get here. But I'm going to run you from this side of Grace all the way to the location that you need to head to. So just follow along. This is going to bring you here to an invisible bridge located right over here on the map that you're just going to run across like this, straight there, and then you're going to be able to interact with this altar to turn the sword into the Sword of Light. If you do want to turn it back into the Sword of Dark, you just have to go to one of the other altars again, and it will swap between dark and light depending on like which altars you go to. You just keep swapping it back and forth. This is what the Sword of Light looks like. You can see it has its own different skill that kind of like shoots out light beams. Here are the stats for it. It also scales from faith, dexterity, and strength. I'm pretty sure it's mostly the same stats too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though, and thanks for watching.